Recognize, dear, that uncertainty and anxiety are not indications of weakness, but rather chances for me to gain strength from your weakness. Your worries become the source of my power, just as the potter gently presses the clay to change its shape. Ideal. This change cannot occur without faith, without letting go of control, and without letting myself bear the burden that feels insurmountable. Think of all the times you have felt helpless, but managed to find resilience that was stronger than you were. That's the living evidence of my hand of support. Let my promises become ingrained in your spirit when the night seems endless and doubt consumes your heart. My tranquility outweighs all external disturbances, even while the storm is raging outside. Similar to a still pool that reflects the star's radiance, let this peace be reflected in your heart. You are not left to your fears. Every restless hour and every restless thought are visible to me. I am more than just us, are visible to me. Observing, I am here, lovingly embracing you, and beckoning you to relax in my soothing arms. Your power is not enough to overcome fear. However, when you are connected with me, you rise through the gloomy clouds like the sunrise. You may be wondering why I let fear cast a shadow over your entryway. Do not forget that I am a nest was stirred by the mother eagle. Your wings might sometimes get stronger beneath you as a result of the very winds that make you uneasy. You are being ready to soar higher than ever before during the times when you are uncertain. Your heart is carved with canyons by fear. However, those canyons turn into valleys of safety for those who will go with you thanks to my light. Your bravery in the face of uncertainty serves as a beacon, guiding others to my unwavering hope. Allow this reality to sink in. Your love defines you, not your doubts or concerns. I inhale your soul, the loyalty of a father who never abandons you, no matter how weak. Your steps get is what ties your identity together. No amount of anxiety is too much for me to control. My light can eliminate any dread that is too dark. Anchor yourself in the timeless I am that when your thoughts are racing with what-if scenarios, supports you through all of your uncertainties. I value your thoughts, my little child, and I listen to every prayer that is said in times of fear or despair. You are never forgotten or invisible. I can feel your heart trembling just as deeply as I can hear the loudest praise. When uncertainties rise like a raging sea, present them to me as a trust sacrament, and I'll turn those uncertainties into courage wells you didn't know you had. I now ask that you take a deep breath, close your eyes and join me in the sanctuary of your soul. Imagine a huge bright sky where each star represents a promise I've made to you throughout your life. I have given you a brightness that no fear can take away. Release the burden that is weighing on your chest. Feel my hand to keep your heart stable. The Creator's heartbeat throbbing with yours. When faith overcomes fear, a new chapter begins with this moment of surrender, and optimism triumphs over uncertainty. Take this straightforward yet powerful invitation with you when you leave this location. When fear murmurs in your ear, boldly and softly respond with my name. Feel my presence embracing you as you reach out into the invisible as fear tightens its hold. When uncertainty obscures your vision, look up to see my promises blooming at the horizon. Allow these to serve as your soul's moorings throughout tumultuous times. Trust is the decision to rely on my love in spite of fear, not the lack of it. I watch you fight the invisible, my love. I am your unwavering stronghold, your constant presence, assistance when things get tough. Allow this truth to permeate your heart's chambers and descend upon thirsty earth like a gentle rain. Your bravery comes from letting me face your fears for you, not from controlling them completely. Because I, your God, am journeying with you, dazzling light may be possible during your trip through shadow. This time, my darling, will you trust me when I tell you that my unwavering love has made you more than a conqueror? You are loved, you are held, and you are never alone, so rest in this promise. There are times, my darling child, when doubt casts a shadow over your heart, obscuring the route I've laid down in front of you. You struggle internally with trust issues. Given how loud the storms are, how can you have faith in me? When does my voice's quiet become intolerable? The strongest kind of religion emerges from this conflict, which is a hallowed battleground, tempered by the readiness to relinquish control and forged by surrender. Even though you can't see it yet, this wrestling is the beginning of a deeper trust that will securely establish you in my love. Faith is a firm choice to believe when all the evidence seems to go against hope, not a quick, ephemeral emotion. It's the decision to rest in my eternal arms even when your legs shake under you. I know how a sense of insecurity may weigh heavily on your chest, causing you to breathe shallowly and move hesitantly. But here I am, solid and immobile. A haven where your soul can rest. Get some rest. When you put your vulnerable heart in my hands, knowing that I will never let it fall or shatter it, it is trust. I believe that surrendering is an active, brave act that is sometimes misunderstood as passive acceptance. It entails setting aside your personal goals and solutions, as well as opening your heart to receive my ideal plan. Your desire for control and certainty is a natural human want. Will you, however, set aside that desire and accept the mystery of my sovereignty? When you give up, you join me in a holy dance, a partnership in which your spirit obeys me in assurance. Faith is most evident in this situation. Think back to the moments in your life when you felt most vulnerable and weak. Those times weren't indicators of failure. Rather, they were opportunities for me to show you my strength. Similar to how iron sharpens iron, your faith is honed into something strong and lovely by your uncertainties and anxieties. In times like these, I have never left you. Instead, I have been luring you into the hidden space where the barrier between your soul and mine thins and the fire of faith remains unquenchable. How do I trust when the path is unclear? You might question. When the promises appear to be delayed and the grief is so raw. My beloved, daily communication is the soil in which trust thrives. When you open up to me without holding back, it blossoms. In the silence of your day, when you listen for my whisper, and keep in mind that I have never let you down before. A faith that endures forever is built on the tiny steps of trusting every breath and every moment. Allow this reality to sink in. My love for you is solid, and I am faithful. No opponent can get past this stronghold of faith. It keeps you safe from the lies that try to distance you from me and guards your heart from hopelessness. Remember that faith is a shield when fear tries to enter your thoughts, and you have my presence and my promises. You are not by yourself. Never be alone yourself. Even though you can feel alone, I am closer than your breath. This time, will you believe me? Will you decide to let go of your uncertainties and anxieties in light of the fact that I am creating a tapestry of grace and destiny from each your experience's thread? There is no straight path on the path of faith. There are curves, twists, and occasionally backsliding on this path. However, I welcome every return with open arms. A father's heart is ready to mend, rebuild, and give you the strength to move forward. My love never wavers, even if your faith does. I value your submission, no matter how flawed. I treasure the aromatic offering, the tune that makes paradise sing. Allow your faith to shine through every shadow like a tiny but powerful candle in the dark. Now I'd like you to pause and take a deep breath into my presence. Present to me the burden you bear, the areas of your heart that are afraid to take a leap of faith. Send me your queries, your sobs, and your faltering aspirations. I have all of them and more. Permit yourself to remain in my protective embrace. You will find the strength to get back up here. Believing in the invisible is only one aspect of faith. It is the decision to live as if my assurances were already a reality. You are cherished in a manner that no human love can match, and you are loved beyond measure. You get closer to your Creator's heart with each step you take in faith, strengthening our bond. Allow your spirit to be rooted in me, impervious to the whims of uncertainty. Don't ignore the urge to trust more completely if it's simmering in your heart. Accept the surrender and see how your faith grows under my gentle guidance. I am always by your side, the constant source of comfort and security in your life. My darling child, I see the web of tension and terror that frequently tangles your heart, pulling its threads tighter around your spirit so subtly that you hardly realize it until it almost devours you. These concerns appear to grow longer and occupy every nook and cranny, darkening the areas where light used to freely reside. Much like shadows at sunset. Be aware of this, my dear. In your distress, I am not far away. I am a haven in the middle of the storm that rages inside your soul, closer than your own breath. Recognize that fear is an old illusion, a false impression the adversary creates to keep you trapped in uncertainty and hesitancy. It conveys a sense of isolation, inadequacy, and a dismal future. In contrast to my reality, which is as bright as the morning light, and is unflinching and unbroken, these whispers are lies concealed behind a mask. I offer you eternity, while fear tries to imprison you in seconds. Anxiety frequently feels like an internal storm, a whirlpool of hypothetical scenarios and ominous predictions. The weight in your chest, the racing heart, and the racing thoughts, My child, they are signals. Your temple is calling out in distress. Your body is begging for my touch and my tranquility. Your fear is not something I criticize. Your trembling is not punished by me. Instead, I collect your tears. I can relate to nervousness. And I ask that you rest and place these burdens at my feet so that they can be changed. Thank you for watching the video.